I'm Colin Tawney. I'm the Government Affairs Liaison for the Tulsa Urban Wilderness Coalition. Geographically speaking, we're going to stay here in West Tulsa and talk about a project, an exciting project for that. I think some of you may have heard of this Turkey Mountain place recently over the last year, perhaps. Please give me the next slide. Jackie Bubnick was a very visionary gentleman who helped bring Turkey Mountain to the citizens of Tulsa. In 1980, he was quoted as saying, "We have a lot of well-manicured parks, but we don't have one that shows this area before people."
It's nature and blue skies and the wind and the leaves and the trees and the breeze. Get lost in your thoughts. You come out here and challenge yourself.
I actually started out as a trail user out here in the mid-70s. I was a camper at the Westside YMCA. About 5-6 years ago, I started coming out here riding a mountain bike and rediscovered it all over again. And it's passionate, both from the childhood memory and wanting other kids to be able to have that kind of unfettered experience at the Y without having the commercialism looking down on them.
One of my friends told me about this place, Turkey Mountain. This is another opportunity that the city gives us to be able to be healthy and enjoy our time in nature. And that's what we need. I think that we need time with nature.
This is where I go to get away from things. I took up running several years ago and I got really into trail running, but before that, I grew up going and bird watching and hiking. So this is a chance for me to reconnect with being a kid, completely unplugged. I turn my phone off out here and I just relax. There's nothing pushing me, there's nothing driving me. I just get to leave it all on the trails.
It's really hard to find places like this. It's very private. It makes you feel like you're in the wilderness.
By conserving our green space and improving it, we improve the livability factor of Tulsa, which will help retain young professionals for decades to come. We also make Tulsa a world-class tourist destination with such a unique urban wilderness feature. 12,000 to 15,000 people a week visit Turkey Mountain. We know in the state of Oklahoma alone that outdoor recreation is a minimum $8.5 billion a year industry. Of course, the value of the tree canopy and the other environmental benefits of an urban wilderness are immeasurable. We've kind of taken a little different approach than I think what people were expecting for our ask from Vision 2025. We would like to acquire land south of 61st Street and expand the boundaries of Turkey Mountain Urban Wilderness by an additional 151 acres. We've estimated total cost of that to be roughly $4.5 million. There are 3 separate properties that are privately owned on that side. The section where the water tank is, the city of Tulsa already owns. Next slide, please. The second part of our proposal addresses some quality of life issues. We'd like to add a community and heritage visitor center to the plot that's there at 61st and Highway 75, where there's already been 11 acres that was previously cleared. So we're not tearing out any new green space to do so. It'd give us new and additional trailhead access. We could develop beginner and handicap-friendly interpretive trails. We'd have a trail marking and improvement program, family-friendly programming, and new educational opportunities, which is very important in the community. Make nature accessible to everyone. We would also want to seek and attract national-level sporting events, and of course, overall improve health outcomes. Next slide, please. This is just a very rudimentary artist rendering of the property that's there that Simon had originally intended to develop. With a community center, additional parking, horse parking, we would also have a transportation hub there for public transit, so people could come from all over the city to be able to enjoy and utilize Turkey Mountain. Next slide. Here are some user facts from a recent trail survey that we did, as well as additional facts about outdoor recreation that we know. 12 to 15,000 users per week visit Turkey Mountain. We actually logged over 3,300 visitors on a recent Sunday. Now, those are numbers that are in line with attractions like the Tulsa Zoo. The Tulsa Zoo, I think, has average attendance of roughly 1,700 people a day. Users come from all over the region and all age groups. Users spend money in nearby shopping areas while participants at major events will pack local hotels and restaurants. And we've seen other sports-related proposals as well that kind of bear this out. When we bring in sports to Tulsa, it's good business for us. Outdoor recreation itself is an $8.5 billion a year industry in the state of Oklahoma. 51% of all U.S. adults participate in non-motorized outdoor recreation, which is what we have at Turkey Mountain. Increased outdoor recreation opportunities have a direct impact on local cycling, running, and outdoor equipment retailers, of course, which we have plenty right there in that area. Investing in our green space would have a direct impact on the negative trends identified in our 2015 Quality of Life report. It cited that we are behind our peer cities in green space and public park acreage. It also stated that we're behind on attracting 25 to 34 young professionals, which is a key demographic. This is part of moving the needle is what if we attracted 2,000 or 3,000 new YPs every year to Tulsa because we have amenities like this. I had the opportunity to speak at a young professionals government crew meeting, and overwhelmingly, they all favored keeping this a green area over shopping. It was amazing the response that we've had with that. There truly is a wonderful return on investment for this. If we could push the visitorship to 1 million a year, 20% of that coming from outside areas, each person spends, say, $100 when they come into town for an entire day, go to eat, buy gas, shop. You're looking at adding an additional $20 million a year to the economy, then take in the other intangibles. And it's really amazing what we could do with this. I actually foresee that it could give us a net benefit of $50 million a year in terms of attracting new people, attracting new business, and actual net revenue coming in because we've made it a world-class destination. Our total investment, we're asking for $4.5 million for land acquisition, another $5.5 million for combined improvements, and we have the ability that we could scale to public-private partnership if necessary by developing our donor base. We're currently leading a fundraising drive right now to attempt to purchase some property in direct vicinity of Turkey Mountain. The total project right now is $14 million, of which we're trying to get commitments for $4 million. Thank you.